end. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Welcome to WeatherTech Laguna Seca Raceway, a motorsport mecca tucked into the rolling hills of Monterey County, California. This legendary circuit spans 2.238 miles or 3.602 kilometers. Features 11 turns on its full Grand Prix layout, but it's not just the numbers that make it iconic. It's the drama, the history, and the sheer adrenaline of racing. Featuring one of the most famous corners in motorsports, the corkscrew turns 8 and 8A from one of the most famous corners in racing, dropping 59 feet in just 450 feet, a plunge equivalent to a 5.5-story building. Built on a dry lake bed, Laguna Seca actually means dry lake in Spanish. The track was built in 1957 on a former U.S. artillery range. This is the site of Round 1, 2025, Season 4 Production Car Challenge. Welcome in, this is Racer Nexus. We've got some exciting action here tonight for you, carrying on from last season's top split broadcast of the PCC Production Car Challenge. It's going to bring us this season to WeatherTech Laguna Seca Raceway for round 1. We've got 68-degree Fahrenheit air temp with 96-degree track temp for a Southern California day. It's downright enjoyable, I would say. Our drivers on track right now putting in some qualifying lap times. We'll take a look at how those are shaping up here shortly, as we got a full field here. We've actually got, looks like 3 Clios in the field. Rare to see Clios in the top split broadcast as they run their own top split race later on in the week. So you actually tend to see more Clios later on in the week, but We've got a nice showing of BMWs, Toyotas, Mazdas, and as I mentioned, a few Clios kicking around here and there too as well. So I'm Rob Campbell. This is Racer Nexus. Welcome aboard. Over in the Mazda side of things, driver we're familiar with seeing week in, week out, top split broadcast, Lincoln Fox. Currently got himself up top of Mazda right now, leading the way. 10th overall puts him first in the Mazda class, just ahead of Mario Alfredo. Only a 1/100 separating those two drivers, so real close on track amongst those drivers. I think I'm going to pull it into the pits, call it a day. Over on the Toyota side, Jack Landis leading the way. He's got a 137.19. It's got him comfortably ahead of Tyler Rawlinson in second place. J.R. Owens running out the top three starting positions in the Toyota. And then we got our four Clios. Right now, Gabriel Anselmi, a driver we see fairly routinely in the Clio side of things. He's back. He's on track. And he's leading the Clio class right now. Dennis Marinos, leading the BMW side of things. We've seen him the last few weeks. Taylor Blount in the BMW, we've seen him routinely. A bunch of other new names that we see here this week, so it'll be interesting to see how they mix in amongst those classes too as well. So qualifying has just kicked over. Let's take a look at how our grid is going to set up for this one. We'll start off with the BMWs. Dennis Marino is going to take top spot just ahead of Wojtek Hadjtek in second place. Taylor Blount in third. Gabriel Villaronga going to start in fourth place. Fifth goes to Trenton McMillan with Sean Ferreira in sixth. Alan Trejo in seventh. Fran Rizzo going to start in eighth. Greg Roeder in ninth. Lucas Trapiche in 10th. And rounding out the BMW field is going to be Logang Ragione. In the Clio class, Gabriel Anselmi takes top spot just ahead of Diego Gennaro. Manuel Pereira start in third with Ben Halliday rounding out the Clio class. In the GR86, Jack Landis taking top spot with Tyler Rawlinson in second. J.R. Owens going to start in third with Juan Corbacho in fourth. Fifth place goes to Taylor Hennessy. Jose Pume Sr. in sixth. Matthias Labasti in seventh. Ignacio Gui in eighth. Julian Zapata in ninth with Jay Paxton in 10th. And rounding out the Clio field, or the GR86 field, is Gabo Mendina. Apologize, folks, I'm tripping all over my tongue here this evening. Lincoln Fox going to lead the way in the Mazda class with Mario Alfredo to the outside. Nicholas Shepard in third place with Andre Navarro to his outside too as well. A little farther back, we're going to find Michael Coates in fifth, Kyle Gensk in sixth, Charles Wolf in seventh, Tony Wallace in eighth, Gregorio Moreno in ninth, Michael Folds in 10th. That's a name we see week in, week out. And Alex Dushkov going to round out the field. 11th place in Mazda. It also puts him 37th overall. So there we go. As I mentioned, 37 cars this evening for round one of PCC. Should be a ton of fun here this evening. All three of these classes on this tight track is going to be interesting. We're going to have a number of incidents, no doubt. Hopefully, cooler heads prevail. But it is week one, second race of the week, second session. So our drivers who were in the first session have had a little bit of time to get themselves accustomed to multi-class racing here at Laguna Seca. Hopefully, they can take advantage of that. Marinos and Hatchett going to lead them around behind the pace car. Over on the Clio side of thing, we got Anselmi and Gennaro leading the Clios, a 4 Clio pack. Nice spacing by all of our classes right now. And there's Rawlinson heading off the GR86 field, but we see the Mazda's tucked in tight right behind, so not wanting to leave a whole lot of space. And I believe Nicholas Shepard, if I remember correctly, was last season's champion in the Mazda side of things in PCC, if I remember correctly, or maybe it was Advanced MX-5. I'll have to double check that. He's back in this season. He is starting in third place. It's always a close battle between the GR86s and the Mazdas. They're so similarly matched on pace at most of the tracks we go to. So no doubt they'll be very close again here this evening. But leading the way is the BMWs. Same format as we've had in the past 25 minutes of racing. No need for pit stops. Drivers do have enough fuel to get them to the end. They do have one fast repair if they are encountering some kind of issue out here where they need to get their car repaired. They can do so. Couple more corners to go. Into turn 11 they head. The final corner on track. So the BMW is coming in. There will be under the control of Marinos and Hatchtek as they're going to sprint to the line. So they're holding the BMW class in check. There we go. Dennis Marinos gets us started. Welcome in week 1 PCC top split action underway. Dennis Marinos going to lead them away. Taylor Blount going to get ahead of Hatchtek, move himself up into second place. We've got a bunch of stuff going on in the Mazda class. We'll pick that up in a matter of moments, but Mazdas are all over the place. Lincoln Fox, our pole sitter, out. Nicholas Shepard, last season's champion, out too as well. So things shaking up quickly in the Mazda class with Charles Wolf up 7 spots from where he qualified. He's going to move himself up in the top spot in the Mazdas. Again, we'll go back and take a look and see what happened there in a matter of moments. Pop in the Clio field, and Selmy got away cleanly. He's going to hold on to his top spot in Clio with Jack Landis holding on to his pole position too as well in the GR86. He and J.R. Owens already breaking away from the rest of the pack here. They've got 2.6 seconds over. Oh man, got stuff going off in behind. A couple of Clios getting tied up in together. That's Matthias Labasti getting all sorts of wrong heading into turn 6. He's got collected up, gonna smoke that inside turtle curve, gets a little loose, but looks like he's finally got that car gathered back up and under him. So as usual, a lot going off at the start of the PCC race. Everything always seems to kick off in the first lap. Our drivers trying to make those moves as quick as they possibly can. And, carnage usually ensues, so let's see if we can go back and catch what happened at the front of the X5 class. So we're going to hop on board with Nicholas Shepard. Box 5, black and red Mazda to the inside here. Oh, looks like he just gets tagged by the 15. Not sure who that was offhand, but then things just kick off from there. Everybody just piles in. Nowhere to go, unfortunately. Number of drivers out on that one. Michael Folds looks like he was involved too as well. A little bit of damage on the front end of that car. Andres Navarro, he's missing the front bumper on his car. See if we can go on board here with Navarro and see what he saw heading into that corner. So there's Shepard on the left-hand side. That's where everything kind of kicks off over there into heading into turn 11. See everybody just kind of concertines up. Navarro with nowhere to go there, just gets caught up into it. Meanwhile, up front, Dennis Marinos opens up 2.12 seconds over Taylor Blount. Blount pulling ahead of Gabriel Villaronga, who's just got around Wojtek Hajicek too as well. So not the start for Wojtek Hajicek. Not the way he wanted to start that episode off. Since we had a little bit of an incident with one of the Clios a little further back in the field. But it's like Ben Halliday might have come back on track in front of somebody. Let's see what happened. Oh, he's already off here. So we can go back a little further. Might have got wrapped up with Charles Wolf, our leader in the Mazda class. Oh, man, just stopped in the middle of the track. Nowhere for Charles Wolf to go here. Let's see if we can get it on board. Charles Wolf coming around the corner. You see that Clio up ahead. Oh, just got parked in the middle of the track. Wolf, unfortunately, nowhere for him to go as that Clio gets shunted across. Things are out of hand early in this one. Number of incidents. We head on to lap 3 already. Hopefully things have cooled off a little bit here now. We get down to some racing. Over in the Toyota class, J.R. Owens has gotten around Jack Landis, moved himself up top of the Toyota standings. Owens up 3 positions on the day in total, 2 positions in class. Landis has fallen down to second place, started on pole, has relinquished that position to J.R. Owens. See if Owens is able to do anything with that lead now that he's out ahead of Landis. Oh, we have 3-car battle here in the BMW class on board here with Villaronga. He's the 3rd car in this battle here. He's going to get into the back of Logang Ragione. So he gets it settled out, but it's going to cost him a bit of time as Hadjusek and Ragione starting to pull away. Trenton McMillan now getting involved in this battle. It's the 4th car coming in here. You can see these 3 battling up at, oh, again. Hadjusek in Villaronga. Oh, and they spin him. Hadjusek's going to go around. That's going to allow McMillan to get up and around. Hadjusek going to fall all the way down to 11th place in class. No doubt that's going to make him very unhappy, as he was already on the radio complaining about some aggressive driving from Villaronga. Take another look at that, see potentially what happened, see if we can kind of piece together who might have been on fault here. So on board here, Hadjusek on the outside. Oh, looks like Villaronga just kind of bled a little wide out of turn 2. Just got into Hadjusek. Unfortunately, not much he could do there. Let's head back to the Mazdas. We've seen a ton of attrition in the Mazda class. A lot of our top contenders in Mazda unfortunately fallen by the wayside here early on. That's allowed Alex Dushkov up 10 positions in class, 17 positions overall. Get himself into 20th place, so nice run by him. He's currently holding 2.5 seconds over Michael Folds. We saw earlier Folds potentially with a little bit of damage on the front end of that car as they head into the corkscrew. Yeah, that front end of that Mazda looking a little pushed in for Folds, but shouldn't hamper him too much, as he's got Jose Pume up ahead of him, GR86. So try and work his way around the inside of Pume. It's the 7th place GR86, the 2nd place Mazda. Oh, they're going to bump a little bit as they come through Rainy Curve into turn 11. This is where the Mazda should be able to stretch its legs out for Folds and get a run on the GR86. Folds running up towards the start-finish line. He's got Tony Wallace trying to chase him down. Wallace currently in 3rd place. Unable to find a way to duck underneath. Michael Folds into turn 2. Folds going to hold on to that position for now. So they're moving around the GR86 of Matthias Labasti. Labasti up on the curve is going to make it a little difficult for Folds to move around the outside. Tony Wallace right there, potentially able to pounce if something were to happen to Folds up ahead. So on board here with Wallace. See him working the inside line, trying to make his way around those GR86s too as well. That delay though is going to allow Michael Coates and Kyle Gentz to get up into this battle. Now a 4-car battle shaping up for 2nd place, although the lack of being able to move through the traffic quickly for Wallace, Coates, and Gentz has allowed Folds to open up a nice little gap over these two. Now holding just about a 2-second gap over Gentz, who's the tail car on this 3-car pack, trying to chase back down Michael Folds. Up front, our leader from the drop of the green has been Dennis Marinos. He's continuing to lead the way. 5.150 iRating driver, and himself a 4-second gap now over 2nd place Taylor Blount up 1 position from where he qualified. Logan Ragione though up 8 positions in class into 3rd place, final step on the podium for Ragione. Nice showing by him, capitalizing on some mistakes by other drivers to get himself up towards the front. See if he's able to hold on to that position. Top back to the GR86 class. J.R. Owens still holding off to top spot as he's been able to get around Jack Landis. Landis has been unable to chase him back down. Tyler Rawlinson in third place is quite a ways back. 3 seconds back of Landis now, 4 seconds back of our leader J.R. Owens as they're working the way around the Clio of Diego Gennaro. That's their second place Clio. Speaking of the Clios, Gabriel Anselmi started on pole. He's just put it on cruise control right now. He's been able to drive away from Gennaro in second place. Ferreira in third, a long ways back, 12 seconds back of our leader in Clio class. And then Ben Halliday, we saw what happened to him. Car was demolished. He is out of the race. Dushkov and Mazdas, though. That gap holding steady, 3.6 seconds over second place Michael Folds. Folds still holding on to that gap over Tony Wallace in third. Folds taking advantage of being able to move through the lap traffic a little quicker. I guess it wasn't lap traffic, but the slower class traffic of the GRD6s. So we now got the back half of the GRD6 class and both the mid pack of the Mazda class all kind of melded together on track. And this is where the carnage really kind of kicks in from the two different classes trying to make their moves around each other. But hop back to this battle for third place in Mazda. Tony Wallace leading the way with Gent and Coates right in tow. They've got the GR86 of Jose Antonio Pume just in behind. He is the 6th place driver in GR86, and Michael Coates is the 5th place driver in Mazda. So that gives you the idea there of the speed comparison between those two classes. Very similar. You can see just off in the background there, Andres Navarro still driving around, missing that front bumper on his Mazda. Fortunately for him, he lost that right at the very start of the race in turn 11. He's gonna have to try and nurse the car around, as he's definitely going to be down on a little bit of aerodynamic proficiency with that front end. 4-car battle now in BMW. Alan Trejo leading the way in 7th place. He's got Lucas Trapiche, Wojtek Hadjicek trying to recover after that spin involving him and Villaronga and Greg Reuter. Actually looks like Rizzo on the back end of this pack now too as well. 5 cars battling it out for 7th place. Look at them fan out into turn 4. Trejo gonna hold on to that position. Looks like Trapiche under some pressure from Hadjicek. No doubt Hadjicek wants to try and get himself back up towards the front where he was before he had that incident. Too wide in through turn 6. He's gonna start working the way back up the hill. He's gonna climb back those 5.5 stories all the way back up to the top of the corkscrew and then plummet back down again. They go too wide in through turn 6. Both of them able to make it through down the Rahal straight into the corkscrew. Go too wide through. They're backing out. Nice done. Everybody can make it through clean. Trejo, though, starting to open up that gap as they battle in behind. Now 2 seconds over Trapiche and Hadjicek. Hadjicek's unable to get around Trapiche. Was looking racy there for a few moments to see what kind of run he can get out of the final corner. So he can potentially make a run down the front straight into turn 2 and regain one of those lost positions. Looking to the inside. Trapiche gonna go off to the outside, try and get the better run through turn 1, try and get back into the throttle a little earlier, but looks like Hadjicek going to make this position stick and stay for him. It's going to move him back up into 8th place. Well, he battled Trapiche, though. That allowed Trejo 2.1 seconds, so we'll have to see if Hadjicek's able to close that down, as we're at the halfway point, just past the halfway point of this one. So still a little bit of time for him to chase down Trejo up ahead. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see what comes of that. Check back in our GR86's J.R. Owens still out front. Jack Landis been unable to catch him back up and move back around him to regain his starting position. Owens 137.33. Last time by to Landis is 136.85, so Landis has had some pace last couple laps. See if he can keep that pace going. Potentially put some pressure on J.R. Owens. Over on the Mazda side of things, Dushkov's still leading the way. He's got 4.99 seconds. We'll call it 5 seconds now over Michael Folds. Folds sitting comfortably now ahead of Kyle Gentz as Gentz got around Michael Coates. He's got himself about 2 seconds back of Michael Folds. So not too far back. Using a little bit of draft, he could potentially close that gap. He's a couple of slower cars up ahead of him. Juan Corbacho in the GR86 and then Manuel Pereira in the Clio up ahead. You can see Michael Coates there in behind Kyle Gentz. Tony Wallace not too far back either, just behind that GR86. Out of the final corner they go. Let's keep an eye and see what kind of run Michael Coates gets in behind Kyle Gentz here. See if he can make a move into turn 1. Nope, not going to get enough draft to do it. Gentz is going to place that GR86 between them. Oh, Coates is able to get through too as well. I'm sure Kyle Gentz was hoping he could time that perfectly to keep that Dynaco paint scheme of Jose Pume de Senior in between those two cars. Unfortunately for him, didn't work out that way. Michael Coates right on his tailcoat now. We're on board here with Coates as he tries to chase Kyle Gentz up ahead. They go up in through turn 6. Make that hard left-hand turn up the hill to Rainy Curve. So Gentz getting a little bit of a push from Jose Pume in behind. Into the corkscrew they go. Coates closing up on the back. That Clio causing a little bit of concertine effect as Pereira has that Mazda battle coming up quickly in behind him. Gentz no doubt would love to get around Pereira here quickly. Even better, he'd probably love to place Pereira in between he and Coates. He's going to try to do that now. It's going to compromise Coates' exit out of turn 11. It's going to allow Gentz to open up a little bit of a gap there. Not much though. Coates able to make his way through fairly proficiently too as well. So see if Coates can get a run down the front straight. Try and make a move. He's going to have to try and clear the Clio of Michael Pereira though first. Or Manuel Pereira, sorry. He's going to do it. So now he's going to try and charge back after Gentz again. Got a battle for second place shaping up front though. Taylor Blount holding on to that place. Logang Ragione though. Let's close that gap. Now only 3/10 between them. Not sure if something happened to Taylor Blount. Take a quick look here through timing and scoring. See if he didn't have an off track somewhere that's cost him a little bit of time, but nope. Not seeing anything pop out here quickly, so. But Ragione with a 132.94 last time by. That was actually quickest lap of the BMWs last time by. Blount with a 133.07, so similar lap times, but a couple hairs quicker for Ragione. Now we'll see what kind of pressure he can put on Blount. They work through the lap car of Ignacio Gay in the GR86 just behind. Up into the corkscrew they go. And down out of the corkscrew they come. Blount holding on to that spot. Ragione would love to take that position away. See if he can set up a move here to get close enough to make a run down the front straight. Doesn't look like he's going to be close enough unless he gets a mega exit out of turn 11 here. Might have to go back to continue trying to set up this pass for another lap. Andres Navarro in that damaged car. He now has Tony Wallace in behind him. Wallace, sure what happened to him. He was battling in that second place battle and fell back. Now in behind Navarro. Navarro nursing that damaged car home the best he can. No doubt Wallace should be able to easily move around him with a little more pace. Wallace's car not showing any damage, so he's going to dispatch of Andre Navarro, move himself up into 5th place. Michael Fold still holding on to 2nd place in class. He's now got that gap 4.7 seconds over Kyle Gens. Gens continuing to battle with Michael Coates. Coates not relieving any of the pressure he's putting on the back of Kyle Gens. They head into turn 11 to finish up lap 13 for them. They're going to cross the line with about 5 minutes to go. It's going to equal about 2, potentially 3 laps, depending how quickly Marino's up ahead. Crosses the line. Coates unable to make the move into turn 2, although he's got that gap down. The GRD6 of Jose Depume right in there. Trying to get involved as much as he can, I guess. He just wants to be a part of this battle. Let's go to the blimp and see what's going on. Oh, we got a car off. It's like Tyler Rawlinson off into the Bear. He's going to tow it back to the pits. Back to this battle in Mazda. We'll take a look at what happened to Rawlinson in a few moments. Coates tight on the tailpipe of Gens up ahead. Keep an eye on this battle for 2nd place in the BMW Class 2 as well. Jose Depume making a move around Coates. Interesting. He's going to separate those 2 cars now. Quickly go back to the battle here. 2nd place in class as Raggione's gotten around Ballant as they head up towards the corkscrew. Raggione up 9 positions now. What a race for him. Logan Raggione, not a name I think we've seen in top split action last season. So, oof, Ballant getting a little squirrely there. Had to gather the car up. Again, Raggione going to drop a tire off wide. This could compromise his exit. Has to see who can get a better run out of turn 11 here. Head down the front straight with only a couple more laps to go. They head up and under the flag stand. Barney watching that battle. Into turn 2. Here they come. Raggione leading the way. Ballant tight in tow, trying to find a way around. Unable to do so. Continues to try and work over the back bumper of Raggione, though. Toyota leader Jer Owens opening that gap up now over Jack Landis. 1.3 seconds. Owens hasn't looked back since he got out front. He's had the pedal down. We've seen a couple of quick laps from Landis, but Owens has been able to counter punch back each and every time. Back to this battle here between Raggione and Ballant. They're going to head up into the corkscrew again. Coming up in some lap traffic, though. This is going to get spicy. Oh, the 7 of Moreno. Not sure he knew they were coming up that quickly on him. Almost took out our 2nd place BMW of Raggione, but thankfully everybody got through there. Into the final corner they go. Our leader, Marino, is just ahead of them, heading down the front straight. No white flag this time. Here comes the battle for 2nd place. Raggione leading the way. Ballant tucked in behind. Ballant not going to be able to make the move into turn 2. Just behind them, we got a battle between McMillan here in the Hot Wheels car and Villaronga just ahead of him. They go down the front stretch. Villaronga going to go out wide. They knife it back in. McMillan unable to make the move in around. Coates and Gent still battling it out for third place in class. Final step on the podium here, up for grabs between Kyle Gensk and Michael Coates. Gensk still holding on to that final step on the podium. Coates trying his darndest to take that away. Into the corkscrew they go. They've got the BMW of Dennis Marinos, our overall leader, just in behind. He's gonna come around to put them a lap down. This is potentially going to be their last lap. Looks like Marino's going to stay in behind to allow them to battle one more time. Oh, Gensk throws it off out of rainy curb, gathers it back up. Down the front straight they go. Our leader, Dennis Marino, is just in behind though. Already waving the white flag. This will be the last lap for all these drivers. Head back up to the battle for second place. They're heading down the front straight. Ragione still holding on to that position. Ballant unable to find a way back around. Turn two they go. Ballant trying to late apex the corner, trying to get back into the throttle a little quicker than Ragione. Unable to do so. Ragione holding on to that position. Look back here from his rear wing. Oh, Ballant's going to strike the curb. It's going to cost him a little more time. Exactly what Ragione wants to see from his driver's seat. Back to the battle here between Gensk and Coates. They start making their way again back up towards the corner. I'm not sure what the heck Jose Antonio de Pume is doing in behind. Just trying to scare the two drivers that he's going to make a move. But they got our leader Marinos just up ahead of him. Not sure why he's going so slow, but let's pick the pace back up. Into the corkscrew they go. Gensk defends off Coates. Coates trying to dive up the inside. It's going to come down to the last couple corners. Our overall leader just ahead of him. He's going to take the checker flag just the same time as these two do as well. One last potential dive here for Michael Coates. Can he make it? No, he's going to have to settle for fourth place. Nice run for him, but Dennis Marino's the driver of the day. He's going to take top spot. Nice win for him. Let's pop back to Logan Ragione. He's going to take second place. Nicely done for him. Taylor Blanc going to have to settle for third. J.R. Owens on his last lap. Jack Landis now 2 seconds back. Dushkov in the Mazdas just in behind them. He's on his final lap. Michael Folds 7.3 seconds back of him, but comfortably ahead of Gensk and Coates, who have already finished as they were put a lap down by our leader Marinos on that final lap. So they are done. Just a matter of Dushkov and Folds bringing it back to the checkered flag. And Selmy is going to take top spot in the Clio as long as he brings that car home clean and clear. It's never been in doubt for him right now as he finishes 16 seconds ahead of second place. Closest battle still remain on track though. Is this one in the GR86? J.R. Owens into the final corner for the final time. Gonna end up bringing it home. Top step on the podium for J.R. Owens. Nice race for him. Jack Landis unable to charge back. Take that position back. He's gonna have to settle for third place. Dushkov across the line. He's gonna take top spot in the Mazdas. Michael Folds gonna persevere with that damaged car. He'll finish up in second place in class. And it looks like we're just waiting for a couple more drivers to finish. Looks like Julian Zapata is our final driver on track. He's going to cross the line, coming home in third in GR86. So nice run there by Julian Zapata. So there we go. That's going to round out week one of Production Car Challenge top split action. So Laguna Seca never fails for a multi-class action. You get that many cars on track in those tight confines. You're going to see exciting action like that. Let's take a look at the final results. Top spot goes to Dennis Marinos. Logang Ragione, a nice race by him, plus 9 spots on the day. Comes home second place in BMW. Taylor Blount's going to round out the podium in the BMW class. Villaronga, McMillan, Ferreira, Hajsek, Trejo, Rizzo, Trapiche, and Broder are going to round out your BMW field. J.R. Owens takes top spot in Toyota over Jack Landis, and Julian Zapata rounding out the top 3. Gabriel Anselmi takes top spot in Clio ahead of Pereira and Gennaro. Mazda class goes to Alex Dushkov, Michael Folds in second. Kyle Gensk outlasts Michael Coates to take third spot in class. We'll quickly just kind of scan through the rest of the field here. We can keep an eye on where your favorite driver finished. So there you go. That's going to round out this one here. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. This has been Racer Nexus. My name is Rob Campbell. If you are looking for league or hosted broadcasting, by all means, drop us a line. We have numerous drivers or numerous commentators, producers we can accommodate. Oval, road course, dirt, rally, whatever you want, we can handle that for you. Drop us a line. Our links are in the description below. We'll catch you next week, same time, same place for week 2 of PCC action. Bye for now.